Good evening. Actually, it is evening. Welcome to Let the Madness Begin. We're calling my Sean Taylor, and you're getting what we would like to call a rapid fire edition of it. Not too long, good enough. You know, it's a good quickie, long enough to get you hooked and addicted. So when you come back, we could slay the pipe of knowledge. How's it going, man? Like that, don't you? That was pretty dope. You have to admit, that was pretty dope.
Shoot. It was just a quickie, huh?
Yeah.
Just get in and get out. Just enough to want them to want some more. I got you. Okay. I got you. The wild chihuahua, get what you eating with that. I got you, man. I'm good, man. Just sometimes people don't understand how valuable other people's time is, but that's a whole nother subject we will touch on another time. But I'm good.
I think that's actually a topic I ever.
I think it is. I think it is on your list too. It is on. Yeah, that is on your list. That was at the top of your list. We should have went over that today. But we'll go. We'll just go what I titled it today, man.
Yes. What made you pick this one? The Cam Newton revelation. Like, I know why I wrote it down.
I know why I wrote it. It's more like a, I won't say it's like you call it like sweet sour. What do you call that thing? It's called
bittersweet.
Bittersweet. We call it the term for it. It's more like a
oxymoron.
Oxymoron. Because basically, I like Cam Newton, but he was being a damn moron about what the hell he said. Just to get it out the way, because we still comment on the Will Smith thing. We might as well just go ahead and touch on the Cam Newton thing. Being the boss bees and that all that craziness and the difference between like I said, overall when we first talked about it, is touch back on it, and a lot of people have responded. And overall, my opinion is this: traditional women were always the boss women, and I think people kind of miss that whole concept because my grandmother, as far as I knew, my mother was, because the man provided, the woman ran the house. She was the boss. She says what goes. To some point, that maybe she was the one handling the bills, the finances.
That is true, especially in the black community.
We're not saying, we're not talking about single women homes. We talking about these.
Yeah.
You got the mommy and your daddy, and hey, they're sitting down, they figure it out. Daddy brings the check, mama takes it. We go over what the bills are, whatever, and whatever's left, we go to wherever it needs to go to. If we have a little extra to have fun, by all means, we saved up to where we get to the point. That's the deal, man. And I feel that I think feminism has a place, but it's done a lot of damage, in a sense, especially in the black community, and it's not that I don't think it's bad. It has like I said, it has a place, but I don't think it should be in the place of, especially when you're trying to, and that's the crazy thing about it. We ask to build these things, but the things that we try to be about tear them down. They divide. We talk about a village, but the village got to have a chief. A lot of times, the chief is what? Now, mind you, in the history of Africa, there have been women chiefs, but even in a sense, they still had to walk in terms of a what?
Oh man.
Okay.
We're going to go into that.
But we're going to touch because right.
We're going to touch on that.
But that's another subject.
Yeah.
But to kind of jump around to what he was saying, though, I think he, like I told you, it's one of them harebrained things that we just, he thought it was just something groundbreaking and mind-blowing that he was saying, and people don't understand it. And people are going to agree with because I don't agree with what he said because I can understand where he's coming from, but I think he miscommunicated of what he was trying to say. He didn't articulate properly what he was saying, in a sense. Because go back to what you were saying before, his history is his baby mamas were strippers, in a sense.
Right.
He went to the strip club, whatever.
Pull-out game week.
4
kids later with one.
There you go. Didn't bother to marry anyone, in a sense. Now, were any of them bosses? Maybe the moment they was on the pole, they were bosses.
Maybe Boston Devil.
That's what I'm saying. They told him what was going to
Not
happen.
wear a condom.
Just exactly. You're not going to wear a condom. You're going to give me this baby.
Exactly.
And you're going to support me for until the end of time. You know.
I guess I agree. It's funny because they say, well, always go back and look at the full clip. Even if you look at the full clip, he kind of. I agree with you 100%. When you're around other black men, sometimes you want to prove.
You want to get that bravado up.
Yeah.
The machismo.
So what sounds good?
It sounds good. Sounds bold.
Saying, man.
Yeah.
I know. I want a traditional one. I don't want no bad B. What's a bad B? I don't need a man. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's stereotypical. Okay. Who you married? I ain't married nobody. How many kids you got? 7. How many baby moms you got? 3. None of them wasn't very material. So he goes into it.
Right.
So he talked about it. So technically, you not man enough for a woman.
Right.
And I think that's what it boils down to. And this is not me hyping up women because we all know I have my issues with women.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this: men like Cam Newton,
that's
bother
what
me.
They do because it puts us in a space to think that we all think like that.
Exactly.
And in a sense, we do, but not. That's not our full range because people's like, well, it's like a complex sentence. Complex sentence or compound sentence usually broken down as they're either broken up by conjunctions,
right,
commas, or semicolons. And sometimes people don't wait for what's coming after the conjunction word or the comma,
right,
or the semicolon. They just stick what you say in the comma, but prior to them pieces, and instead of but the crazy thing is, my man, they had nothing to come after them commas, conjunctions, and semicolons.
It was weird because I think even in his explanation, it was a thought in his mind like, I'm saying, don't make sense.
It wasn't well rehearsed. It's like you said. And think about it. I think they were drinking alcohol and smoking cigars. So basically, you were shit talking. Excuse my language. You were shit talking. You know what I'm saying? You shit the shit, whatever. And you did what we all do. Sit around the fire. We just bullshit around. Just kick some talk. Like we kicking some real knowledge, but not thinking. Not no real thought. We're just saying what's on our heart, our mind.
I like the way you said that. Even in that same conversation, he talked about, I had an example, my mother and father. Right. So you still chose not to get a woman like your mother.
Right.
But yet you blame women, but technically maybe you need to blame your outfits, no, yourself, whatever. You need to blame you and Dwayne Wade. They all wearing. I just can't get over the clothes.
You can't be doing that.
Nah, but I love you, Cam. I do. I was all for Auburn paying you, by the way. I was a big supporter of that. I don't. The pants may be too tight and it's not getting the oxygen to the brain. Because if you telling someone, look, we're all hypocrites, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You're right.
But don't sit up here and talk about you want a traditional woman when you ain't providing a traditional household. My grandmother always said to me, she's like, don't get a woman if you can't take care of her. True. Now, most men hear that and automatically they want to be with Kevin Samuels, who ain't got a woman and don't sleep with women.
Man, look,
no, he don't. What woman? I was always taught. And this is we in the hood, right?
Right. I got you.
We matter of fact, we in grade school.
Okay.
No middle school. Saying we starting to learn women and everything. And so, who you gravitate to learn about women? The guy with the woman, the bad one. You in high school, you in 9th grade, you see the 12th grader, she going with the car. Right. So you looking at him like, okay, I see what he's on.
Kevin Samuels had a car in high school. How do you know?
He ain't got no woman. How you gravitating to take knowledge from a man that can't even show you a woman?
Let's stick with Cam Newton.
But that's my point. So with Cam Newton,
you know what? You two need to talk. Y'all need to have a conversation.
Talk to me because if I talk to him, then I'm gonna just ask him one question: where your woman? I don't want to hear nothing else. I want to see you. Show me pictures. Ray J could show me pictures. I want you to show me pictures.
Well, Ray J got mixed. I mean,
exactly. But I see a man who has a male influence in his life
Right.
who chose to do something different, but now you want
He
to
deviated
blame
from the
women.
path, though. That's what
Exactly.
you gotta understand.
But you want to blame women. And that's what I see a lot of these men doing,
but-
blaming women.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what that comes back to? He was so sheltered from, and that's what I'm saying, sheltered. A lot of these people in these positions are sheltered from the responsibility of accountability.
Okay, I believe
You know what I mean? Being responsible,
Yeah.
saying being responsible and accountable for your actions and what you do. Because like you said, these women didn't force themselves on you, though. You chose these women.
Exactly. I'm
You
not
know?
faulting him for it.
Yeah.
I'm faulting him for not wearing a condom. I'm just not faulting him for it.
You know, so I'm getting that heat. Yeah, I'm not saying against you, but and like you said, this conversation we have a cam dog. So you went to the strip club and you met these girls and you had sex when they forced you not to wear a condom. Were you actually dating them? So if you were dating them, you didn't tell them to get on birth control. You didn't make some kind of agreement. Like you just, hey, you got her pregnant with 2 kids, and you moved on to the next one and got her pregnant with 2 kids, and then the last one you got 3 kids with her, and
So
now you're moving
7
on.
Kids with 3. I think that's the math is.
It is 3 or 4. Either way, either still the math or still doesn't. It's
Right.
not good. I mean,
but yet none of them are your wife. You don't have a wife right now, but yet you want to say traditional woman. And I understand we make mistakes, but it's
no, it's not a mistake. No,
I was glad you said that because that's one thing I learned in life. Certain things are not mistakes. It happens.
Exactly, because if you choose several times, there's no mistake. It's one thing if you do something and unknowingly get the effects, because we all know if you have sex with somebody enough times and now something's going to happen.
Of course.
Sexually transmitted disease, infection, or baby.
All 3.
All 3. That's just like I said. All 3. One of all. 2 or out of 3. How many? Either way.
And it bothers me in that people listen to that and they're like, "Wow, what he said is true," but it's not true.
It's not true because you got to realize what people are taken by. It's Cam Newton, the stature of who he is. You know, it's just like if Michael Jordan had told you, "Hey, little nigga, when you in there, you make sure you pull out."
Pull out game.
Yeah, make sure you pull out game strong. When you go up and you pull out,
I don't think not even exists right now.
You make sure you pull out Kennedy.
Wear Jordans every time.
Make sure you pull out game strong. You know, like, you know what I mean. You would, come on, man. And like I said, and think about the atmosphere, what's going on at the time, because women do the same thing too.
Right.
When they get around the bottle of wine and the music in the background, they done took back a couple of bottles and they all sit back, oh girl, this and same thing. They think they saying doing the most groundbreaking, mind-blowing, groundbreaking. Did I say groundbreaking?
Yeah.
I just said it twice.
It's good.
That's how
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? They think they doing something so like it's a big revelation. Hey, here's a secret to a man. Or just,
Which, by the way, there's no secrets in any of this.
There's no secret to this.
It's all you have to tailor. And when I listened to that, and then I when I saw other people, of course, some disagree with, some agree with. One person said, "Yeah, well, the messenger may not be right, but it's the statement wrong." And I'm sitting there thinking to myself,
"Yeah, it's both.
Not only is it both, but if we are the head of our families and the women go the way that we go, then maybe we need to start looking at how we're going."
Definitely.
So if I'm a man, I can't sit up here and say I want a traditional woman, and yet I'm not sleeping with no traditional woman. That's like a woman saying I want a good man, but you sleeping with every criminal you could find. Not saying they're not good men, however.
No, you want super thugs, or the way to be a thug. Yeah.
You're saying one thing, but you're doing another.
Right.
And my thing is, people are gonna look at your actions before they look at your words. Cam Newton, words, nobody cares. Action, multiple baby mothers.
And by the way, he is at an awkward angle, so he couldn't fall on that ball in the Super Bowl. By the way, just keep that in mind. That man would have broke his leg. So let's keep it up.
He should have broke the man's leg. I told you when I saw that, and I said that's going to define his career for the rest of his life.
Hey, shut up, man. Whatever. Just like Christian Laettner and Brian Hill, that statement defined their lives for the rest of their lives. They're so intermingled.
No,
Family
whatever.
is saying.
Anyway, you know them, man. They got families.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Christian are cool. Bro, I got kids. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Whatever. All right. That's how that works.
But in the midst of all of this, and honestly, I was listening to this content creator, Black Male Advice TV. I like some of his content. Some of his content I think is way off. But some of the things he says is good. It's like everybody, you know, you take it for what it is. You get what you need to get out of everybody. And he talked about, you know, the Cam Newton part. And he brought a good perspective. He said, you know, sometimes, you know, the messenger is not the person supposed to bring the message. But he did come back and say, but however, Cam, where's your wife? You didn't make none of these.
That wasn't a message. It was just somebody just saying some random. The first thing came to his mind.
Which is a message now. And what I mean by that is
what's the message now? Go ahead.
The message is, hey, this gives you more ammunition to hold against women. So now if a woman say, because you brought up something that was very interesting, if a woman say, I'm doing this on my own, which by the way, we all know how I feel about it. If a woman tells me I pay my own bills, I'm gonna be like, congratulations, you're an adult.
Okay.
Welcome to the party.
I got you.
I mean, so I got my education.
Right.
I mean, what do you want?
Right.
And then you'd be like, I did it as a single mother. So you want me to congratulate you on what you consider a mistake? Because that's what you're telling me. So tell me your child is a mistake. And I'm only bringing that up because actually when a woman says, and big up me being a single mother, you're actually telling people you recognize your mistake and you want people to really tell you you're doing a great job despite your mistake.
That's an interesting debate. I like to hear you. Wow.
That's what you're doing, because if it's normal, why are you bigging it up? Nobody in the white community bigs up people graduating. That's just what you're supposed to do. Nobody in the Asian community bigs up graduating. That's what you're supposed to do. Right. But none of them big up single mothers and no other community except Black. However, that's a mistake.
Okay, I got you.
But when you see Cam saying that, you see a bunch of guys who are actually echoing that, like, these women ain't nothing. Who are you messing with? If you're hungry, I'm hungry. And you say, you know what? I'm hungry, but I'm vegan.
Right.
You gonna eat vegan.
Right.
Or you gonna say, I'm hungry enough to stray away from my vegan diet.
Okay. What
Cam Newton is telling you is, I'm vegan, but his diet ain't.
Oh, okay.
It sounds good. Oh, okay. I'm vegan.
You better lose me for a minute.
I want a traditional woman because that's the diet.
Right.
I want a traditional woman. That's the healthy.
But you know what?
You've been feasting off of bad bitches. Right. And now you want to say that these
on the pole.
And now you want to get mad at these females. And one thing I learned is this. And I actually had to come to terms with this a year ago.
Appreciate you know this gay. I'm glad you came to terms with it finally.
He's not gay. There's no proof.
Okay. He's bisexual. Okay, let's go. All right.
If I grew up listening to Two Live Crew and Luke.
You did?
I did.
Okay, so don't like the hypothetical question. You did. So go ahead.
I grew up. Matter of fact, I was overseas with the actual tape watching Luke videos.
That's right. That's right. We telling you all your business. Yeah. Go ahead. All right.
Why am I bringing that up? Imagine growing up in a generation of men treating you like meat, and then all of a sudden you wake up and say, if you think I'm that way, why don't I just become that?
Okay.
So when the mothers were being treated like a piece of meat, the daughters saw. More importantly, the daughters saw the father doing it.
Right.
So if the daughter's watching the father and how the father's reacting to women, what you think you're going to raise?
Okay.
You know, we as men don't take responsibility for our actions.
You're going to raise boss bitches.
Exactly. You know, everybody's bringing this up, but which is true is, you know, Chris Rock said, what was our most important thing as men? to keep our daughters off the pole.
Mm.
Like you know you a effed up father if your daughter's on the pole.
Hey,
Like
man.
that's it. Like
Well, Cam Newton was taking them off. He was helping out the cause.
he was helping out the cause.
He's keeping them off the pole.
And he
Now
can
leaving them off
afford.
the
He can
pole.
afford to make them stay home too. Like
That's
and
what
I
he's
don't
doing
think,
now.
and I don't think they have an issue staying home
That's
and
what they're
spending your
doing.
money.
That's what they're doing now.
But that's why when I listen to him, it reminds me of the women that didn't have a positive male figure. So now you're stuck in a society that's viewing you as a piece of meat. You're gonna grow up to be Cardi B. You're gonna grow up realizing I can make money off these guys. They only see me this way, so why don't I just maneuver that way? Who you mad at the product, but you're not mad at what you did to build it. You literally mad at the product. These guys are out here mad at what they fathers built.
Okay.
We can't deny this.
Right.
We cannot sit up here and say
would-
we did not add to this. We are responsible for this.
Yeah. I get you, man. So, in reference to Cam, so it's his fault that they were strippers.
Yes.
No, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
It's my fault.
Because you watched Two Live Crew videos while you was overseas.
Because I actually went into a strip club and spent my money.
Okay, I can see that. Now
So
bring it back in.
if I didn't go in there and spend my money, it wouldn't exist. If I don't give something
Or
attention,
people like, let's say like this, or people like yourself.
right?
You know, I mean, I've done it a few times too. You
Right.
know, recreational, but
Exactly.
you seem like you used to live. It sound like you used to live in strip
I ain't
club.
loving strip club,
Oh,
but I did see a porn star in one. But hey, that's a different story. I mean,
okay. There you go. Porn
stuff
star.
I'll die with. My daughter never find out until she watched these videos.
All right.
My daughter, yeah. But he got to understand something. When he went in that strip club, it validated them.
Right.
Because what's the goal? Get money. Who's in there with money? Then what am I doing wrong?
No, they got money. They got babies. So that was money right there.
Exactly. What am I doing wrong? I want a so-called high value man. He shows up to an establishment that everybody's deeming wrong, but he's walking in there, $100 million man,
Hey,
and he wants me. What the woman? I can't fuck her. He validated that.
right.
I can't, and that's what as men we actually have to come to terms that we validate this. I can't get mad at Lil' Kim. I bought the album.
Yeah, I bought the album.
Exactly. And I don't listen to Lil' Kim. I bought it for the pictures.
Nah,
I bought the King magazine for the pictures. I
I was a fan of the King magazine.
So
yeah, you get a little carried away there, man. What else? Never mind.
I was very perverted child. I told you all it was Luke. I don't know nothing else but Luke. I think I need therapy.
Sound like it.
But when you think about it, that's what his statements. That's why his statements were so wrong. Yes, you want to sit up here and be like, you want women to be traditional. You want women to go back to a certain way. But we have to understand a lot of stuff that we have allowed to be mainstream now was not mainstream during those time frames.
Right.
They existed,
Right.
but they wasn't to the point where a woman felt like you don't want her way.
Yeah.
You know, you brought up the best point. Women have always been in control of things, which is true, especially in the Black community. All to go to work. I mean, good times makes me think that made me think of good times. Florida stayed at home.
Right.
James worked 3-4 jobs.
Right.
She ran the house, she paid the bills, everything. But when the children got out of line, she said, I'm gonna tell your father.
Right.
Everything changed.
Right.
So there always been strong women in our community. That's why I don't understand why Black women ran to feminism. There's always been.
Right.
But the problem that I think with Black men is the fact that once you start removing Black men, the balance wasn't there.
Right.
So you see more strong women, which is a defense mechanism because who wants to be strong? Like,
Right.
who wants to go through life not having? Like,
Struggling,
exactly.
getting the short end of the stick. You know.
Who wants to Who wants to roll over in their bed at 50 and be like, there's no one else in my bed? 60, there's no one else in my bed. Nobody. Like, nobody except Kevin Samuels. Nobody. Like, who?
Look, man,
who
Kevin
else?
Samuels got all kinds of women all over his bed. All, you know, he just can't
What
roll
man
over.
argues with women?
My Sean Taylor.
I don't argue with women. I walk away.
All
I walk away.
right, but we need to wrap this up. We got to move on to the next step, though.
But I do think that it is interesting. I think these are social sciences. Like, I think it actually should be studies because
It is because, and I don't mean to cut you off. And I think in a sense, it's like we can't get mad if we get away from the roles that we quit fulfilling. If we're stepping back, who we expecting to step up? You know, and that's in another sense, but at the same time, on the other hand, I think women should do their part. Say, no, Negro, if we gonna be, this is what I need you to be. This is what I expect from you. You know, if you're expecting me to be, I'm still gonna be that boss. I could still be that traditional woman, but at the same time, you need to stand as a solid king, and these are things I expect of you.
I
as
agree
well.
with you on that.
I definitely, it goes both ways. You know, it doesn't work that one way. All women, no, fuck that feminism. Fuck, I don't give a damn. Lemonade, all my lady, put a ring on it. All that Beyonce stuff. All that
do?
Everything.
What she do? She got women out here singing her songs,
but
holding ground while she's married with children.
Exactly.
These women are holding, like they are holding court, like they're like,
right.
Beyonce said, you know, independent, this and that. She is married.
She's married
with children.
With children to a millionaire, to a billionaire.
She's
a billionaire herself.
So I'm trying to figure out,
you know?
Have we gotten to a point that we don't follow people's actions?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey man, like I said, some people they practice what they preach.
Yeah.
Some people just preach and don't practice.
I agree with you.
Know, just saying. We're going to go ahead and wind this down. But yeah, it was an excellent little brief, like I said, rapid fire thing. You know, peace up to, you know, hey, Cam Newton, Kevin Samuels, Kwame Brown, what's it, Hassan, your boy Hassan, Hassan Campbell, Tommy Sotomayor. Who else you watch out there?
I watch a lot. Confident Creator.
Alba
and Preach.
Hey man, but I like watching Ace Fane and Country Wayne and I like to be entertained, but I check it.
So you ratchet.
What's the ratchet? What?
You ratchet. You like ratchet stuff. Like a little bit of ratchetness in your stuff. You know? Ain't no wrong with that. Everybody like a little ratchet. Like a little spice on your stuff.
I do live with everything. I could be anywhere. You can find me just about anywhere in the world. Don't be ever surprised. Africa, Dubai, Japan, Germany. I could be anywhere. I'm just that type of guy. I'm well-rounded, very well spoken, as some people say. So, yeah, we want to thank you for watching, checking us out for this brief, you know, spell. Like I said, we may touch down some. We still debate. We're gonna touch down some content tomorrow. Maybe a large possibility. Yeah, please share, subscribe, let people know we out here. I think we need to start announcing more on Facebook that we're gonna be on here too. So
yeah, we can. I'll start doing that.
We'll start doing more of that, you know, reaching out to folks because we can't just depend on the same 8 people. Hopefully we get 10 by the end of the end of the week. I'll be excited. If you do 10, we'll do 4 videos next week.
I want 1,000 people.
You want 1,000 people?
By end of June.
At the end of June? If we get 1,000 by the end of June, it's on the popping.
I'm gonna quit my job.
Anyway. So like I said, thank you for checking us out. Thank you for watching, catching us for the short, brief, rapid fire edition. Shout out to everybody out there that supports us, continue to support us. Like I said, continue to subscribe, continue to share. Share this one with other folks, you know, and hey, comment, ask to jump in. We welcome to have you. You'll be part of the discussion, you know. It might get a little out of hand, might get a little funny, a little comical, but hey, it's all in good fun, all good entertainment, you know, all in good opinions in life. What you got to say, sir?
Kim Kardashian hates black men.
What? Man, yo. Hey, yo, yeah, man, we out, man. Thank you for watching. Until next time.